Part 1. Beautiful Chaos. Let's be real. The only reason 𝐂𝐚𝐮 put up with Sumu's chaos was because he low-key loved it. 𝐂𝐚𝐮 squeezed his eyes shut, a deep sigh escaping his lips, as he reluctantly agrees to the certain faux blonde suggestion. It was, perhaps, Atsumu's 12th attempt to drag him out, and 𝐂𝐚𝐮 finally relented. Fine. Socializing wasn't exactly his forte. Crowded places were more of a nightmare than a good time. Honestly, unless it was absolutely necessary, being around people just wasn't his thing. Who knew what kind of germs they were carrying anyway? He'd much rather be holed up somewhere safe and sanitized. But that damn Mia, he wouldn't budge, and they both knew he wouldn't stop bothering him unless he said yes. He was an exception. I knew you won't be able to resist me, Omi. Atsumu winks at the taller man in front of him with a sly smile plastered on his face, earning a scoff from the latter. Plus, you would regret saying no, he added. Sakusa raises his eyebrow at the latter's statement. The corners of his mouth slightly curled upward and forming into a smile, finding him cute. Annoyingly cute. I think I would regret it much more by saying yes. Well, that's too bad for ya, Omi-kun. I'm sure you're gonna have some fun. Atsumu grinned, nudging Sakusa's arm playfully. Sakusa clicked his tongue, trying to suppress the smile that threatened to break through. Fun is not a word I associate with crowded places and your unique brand of chaos. Hey, my chaos is great, thank you very much. Atsumu protested, feigning offense. Besides, I promise no crowds. I was thinking we could just grab some onigiri from that little place near the park. It's outdoors, not too many people, and their takoyaki is amazing. Onigiri? He's quite a sucker for good food, he had to admit. Yeah, and then maybe we can find a spot in the park to chill. Whatcha say, Omi? Atsumu says with a hopeful glint in his eyes. Fine, but if I catch so much as a sniffle from being near you or anyone. I promise ya, you won't. So I'll see ya laterin. Atsumu winced at the pain when his bitch of a brother suddenly appears behind them and hardly smacks the back of his head. He stumbled forward slightly, rubbing the back of his head with a pout. Atsumu shot a glare over Osamu, who's looking unfazed. Ouch, Samu. The hell's wrong with ya? Stop flirting with your boyfriend. Class will start soon, you dumbass. Atsumu spluttered, his cheeks flushing a furious red at his twin's comment. Sakusa, on the other hand, blushed faintly under his mask, grateful for the anonymity it provided. He was relieved that no one could notice his expression. He's not my boyfriend, you moron. And it's not like we're late yet, so mind your own business. Whatever. Osamu rolled his eyes before grabbing Atsumu by the collar of his shirt, dragging him away with surprising force. Hey! What the hell? Let me go! Shut the fuck up, Tsumu, we're going. Sorry for bothering, Sakusa. Part 124 of Mia Twins. Their bickering only intensifies as they move into the hallway, screaming into each other's ears. Suna Rintaro follows closely behind, phone raised, recording the escalating chaos between the identical twins with a detached amusement. He zooms in slightly as Atsumu tries to wriggle free from Osamu's grip, their shouts echoing off the lockers. I'm posting this. Sakusa shoots a disbelieving glare at them, paired with a subtle shake of the head as he watches the three disappear as they enter their designated classroom. What the hell is wrong with him? He sighs, before heading off to his own room. Atsumu stands up from his seat and quickly gathers his things, a wide grin spreading across his face as the bell signals the end of classes. Finally, he felt like he was sitting on that classroom for ages already. He bounces on the balls of his feet, eager to get going. Osamu watches him with a knowing smirk. You're really excited to see your boyfriend, huh? Shut up, Samu. I just want to get some onigiri, okay? Atsumu retorts, though the blush on his cheeks betrays him. Again, he's not my boyfriend. Suna snickers from his seat, still scrolling through his phone with one hand while wrapping Osamu's waist with the other. Yet. And oh yeah, onigiri. Definitely the only reason. Atsumu throws a crumpled piece of paper at Suna, who catches it effortlessly. Fuck you, Suna. You know? Suna says, there's a hint of amusement in his eyes, as he threw the crumpled paper back at the blonde. Atsumu rolls his eyes while silently mouthing disgusting. That's not what I even meant. Disgusting. Osamu sighs. Just go, Tsumu. We get it. You're head over heels with your Omi. Just don't come home late or Ma will kill you. I won't! See ya, losers! Atsumu shouts as he dashes out of the classroom, nearly colliding with a few students in the hallway. Osamu shakes his head, a small smile playing on his lips. That idiot is down bad. You're too. Meanwhile, Atsumu bursts out of the school gates, scanning the area for a familiar head of dark curls. His eyes light up when he spots Kyumi standing behind a tree. His eyes were closed, arms crossed, and wearing a mask. As usual. Omi? Omi! Oh, my thigh. Kyumi winced, a silent groan escaping him as Atsumu's screaming sliced through the relative quiet. He could hear the footsteps getting closer as the faux blonde approached him. Kyumi opens his eyes and turned at the latter, who was smiling widely. Is that? Jesus Mia. Sorry I was late. Samu and Suna's being such a prick again. Uh-huh. Sakusa says with a following chuckle. What happened? Those two morons kept ganging up on me. Anyways, let's go get that onigiri. I'm freaking hungry. Atsumu grins, already halfway down the street before realizing Kyumi hadn't moved. Hey, Omi? You coming? Kyumi sighs, pushing himself off the tree. Yeah, hold your horses, Tsumu. He adjusts his mask before falling into step beside the ladder. Suna and Samu won't stop flirting and clinging onto each other earlier. It's almost infuriating. You're just jealous. Shush. I'm not. Then why are you complaining? I have every right to complain about M. Right. The two began to walk side by side, almost shoulder to shoulder, a comfortable yet cautious space maintained between them. Atsumu chattered away, filling the silence with stories that Kyumi would usually call ridiculous. Now, he found himself listening intently, occasionally interjecting with a dry, "You're unbelievable," or a simple, followed by a soft chuckle. The moment they stepped inside the store, a wave of mouth-watering aromas washed over Atsumu. Both their eyes sparkled as they took in the sight of the onigiri displayed behind the counter. Oh damn. I had to admit, those look delicious. Sakusa says. Ah. Told ya, Omi, 'tis would be worth it. Atsumu immediately lined towards the counter, while Kyumi, though equally tempted, maintained a more composed demeanor. Sakusa scanned the small eatery, his eyes settling on a table tucked away in a quiet corner. He approached it, inspecting the chair before settling down. Atsumu was back within 5 minutes, a white plastic bag clutched in his hand. He approached the table, his grin wide. Here you go, Omi. Most delicious onigiris of all time. Especially the tuna one, my favorite. He presented the bag to Kyumi. The raven-haired accepted the bag, his eyebrows arching slightly as he felt its weight. He peered inside, his eyes widening almost imperceptibly as he took in the content. You ordered 5. Well, yes. He did order 5 onigiris, 2 for Sakusa while he's getting the other 3. There is no such thing as too much when it comes to food, you know? Yeah, why? Fat ass. Oh hey, I'm not a fat ass. I just appreciate good food, okay? Sakusa slightly raises his eyebrows and scoffs in disbelief at Atsumu's disapproval, before standing up from his seat. Right. And you're ridiculous. You'll love me though, hey. Right? PFFTT. Atsumu says flirtatiously with a huge smirk on his face and a wink. Yes, I do. Sakusa whispered quietly but loud enough for the latter to hear. Now come on. Sir, wait, what? Atsumu freezes, his grin fading into a soft, surprised flush that spreads from his cheeks to the tips of his ears. He blinks, staring at Sakusa like he's just heard something impossible. I said let's go. Omi, are you kidding? What did I just say? Sakusa walks out of the eatery before Atsumu can press further, the door clicking shut behind him. Atsumu's smirk falters, turning into disappointed pout. TCH, typical 𝐂𝐚𝐿.
Hey. If you reached this part of the video, thank you. It's me, 𝐂𝐿. You may call me Sophia, and this is my first time posting my own fanfiction. I do not really know it. I will actually get views or my video will flop. My writing's not good, so please bear with it. Also, part 2 is coming soon. Feel free to suggest more stories at the comment section. Goodbye and thank you for watching.